A reading from the Holy Gospel according to Matthew. Jesus put before the crowds a parable. The kingdom of heaven may be compared to someone who sowed good seed in his field. But while everybody was asleep, an enemy came and sowed weeds among the wheat and then went away. So when the plants came up and bore grain, then the weeds appeared as well. And the slave of the householder came and said to him, "Master, did you not sow good seeds in your field? Where then did these weeds come from?" He answered, "An enemy has done this." The slave said to him, "Then do you want us to go and gather them?" But he replied, "No, for in gathering the weeds, you would uproot the wheat along with them. Let both of them grow together until the harvest. And at harvest time, I will tell the reapers, collect the weeds first and bind them in bundles to be burned, but gather the wheat into my barn." Jesus put before them another parable. The kingdom of heaven is like a mustard seed that someone took and sowed in his field. It is the smallest of all the seeds, but when it has grown, it is the greatest of shrubs and becomes a tree, so that the birds of the air come and make nests in its branches. He told them another parable. The kingdom of heaven is like yeast that a woman took and mixed in with 3 measures of flour until all of it was leavened. Jesus told the crowds all these things in parables. Without a parable, he told them nothing. This was to fulfill what had been spoken through the prophet. "I will open my mouth to speak in parables. I will proclaim what has been hidden from the foundation of the world." Then Jesus left the crowds and went into the house. And his disciples approached him, saying, "Explain to us the parable of the weeds of the field." He answered, "The one who sows the good seed is the Son of Man. The field is the world, and the good seed are the children of the kingdom. The weeds are the children of the evil one, and the enemy who sowed them is the devil. The harvest is the end of the age, and the reapers are angels. Just as the weeds are collected and burnt up with fire, so would it be at the end of the age. The Son of Man will send his angels, and they will collect out of his kingdom all causes of sin and all evil doers, and will throw them into the furnace of fire, where there will be weeping and gnashing of teeth. Then the righteous will shine like the sun in the kingdom of their Father. Let anyone with ears listen. Then the righteous will shine like the sun in the kingdom of their Father, a kingdom where there is only justice and peace and love, nothing else, nothing that nobody that has not prepared himself on the earth to love more and more won't be there. All people who are loving, like Jesus commanded us. Oh, I want to be there. I will do whatever is required to get there. And Jesus tells us today how to get there. How to get there. How we get there? By going from seed to another seed. What's the first seed that Jesus talked to us about in the gospel? The first seed he talked about was the Word of God, His Word. That for those who pay very attention to it, take a moment of silence with it, stay in silence and reflect on it and chew over it, and are regular in this, goes down inside and becomes, it grows, it bears fruit. And what is the fruit that it bears? Jesus tells us today, what is the fruit that someone who regularly pays attention to the Word of God, think about it, reflect about it, let it come down. What's the fruit? The fruit, Jesus tells us today, is that person, that man or woman, will become himself or herself a seed in the world. What extraordinary thing. From a seed received, but it's the Word of God, it's divine, so it can do things that human things cannot do at all. And so, through perseverance, make us become a seed. But Jesus tells us there is an enemy. There is an enemy. This enemy cannot enter the kingdom of heaven. And he wants to prevent those who try to enter there, those who try to receive the seed and become themselves a seed in the world. And this he has as Jesus, as his good seeds, the sons and daughters of the kingdom, who want to go to the kingdom, want to follow Jesus, want to obey his commandments, don't put in practice his commandments, and feed themselves on his word. But the evil one has people. We cannot judge who it is because he says if you remove the weeds, you will uproot at the same time the weeds. So it's so close inside of us, and so the judgment will be at the end of the age, at the end of this world, and the one judge is Jesus Christ. So we don't judge, but we know there are people who will be, because of weakness, because of evil thought, will be people who will do things to make it more difficult for us going there. And so that means we have to be faithful to get the feed so that we can become a seed. And if we do, we will realize that humanly, by our own strength, we cannot do it. And we can. When we do our best to be faithful, then we receive. It's something I could not have done by myself. And then you know that he is there, that this kingdom is true. And then we recognize God more and more, and we are more and more thankful. Even in difficult times, sometimes those sons and daughters of the evil one can do things that can be, but I'm not alone. With the Lord, I can go through. Persevere, I go through. I want to go there. I want to go there. I want to go there. I will go there.